Hey YouTubers, it's Tony with Mayberry Mini Trucks. Today is Saturday, April 13th, 2024. And today we're doing a video for a gentleman in Utah. This is for Sheldon in Utah. And Sheldon is a long distance customer, as we so often have. And I've done two videos already today. And I want to every so often explain why we do what we do, and we really have to communicate very effectively with our long distance customers, meaning showing all the imperfections on the truck and the nice stuff as well, and then take it on a test drive, an arduous test drive, one that really puts it to the test, both in its top speed and its power. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go ahead and go around the truck and show Sheldon every ding, every scratch, every pebble peck, every spot of rust. I think there's a place in the bed where some epoxy spilled and dried, and show that that's all that is. And that way, Sheldon, after he watches this video, will have as good an idea of the actual condition of the truck, in as much as that's possible, without him being here himself in person. So that's the purpose of the video. And then we're going to, if he wants to buy the truck, we'll load it on a transport. It goes on a what's called the distribution board, and other drivers say, 10.5 foot mini truck. Oh, it's only 1,550 or 1,600 pounds. I'll do that for $1,400 or whatever the case may be, and so that is how we do it. But we've never had anybody say, hey, that's not what I expected. What that guy showed up with. I have a problem with that vehicle. The way it looks, the way it drives. We avoid that 100% of the time. So we have a perfect track record in our customer satisfaction. And if it's close enough for me to deliver it, like, Mississippi or Florida or Vermont, Massachusetts, Minnesota, then Illinois, big one is Illinois, Indiana, then I'll show up with it and you haven't yet paid for it. And I have people say, that's crazy. How could you do that? I had a guy who is a competitor of mine, and he called me and was wondering if we're on social media, reading up on all the hubaloo in the mini truck world. And I told him, I'm never on social media ever. I mean, all I do are post YouTube videos. I suppose that YouTube is social media, in a sense. I don't know. Is YouTube social media? I don't know. But I'm never, ever, ever on Instagram, Facebook, um, Snapchat, um, any of these other things, but my son-in-law is. My son-in-law will post trucks on Facebook Marketplace. But we don't ever go on, the social media websites to see what's happening. We just have a simple um, business format where we get super nice trucks. That is of paramount importance. I am intractable on that. Low mileage, nice trucks, and then we make a fair profit, and we also use synthetic oil. We change the oil, the air filter, the oil filter. We use 5W30 full synthetic oil, and we also got the law passed in North Carolina making mini trucks street legal. Governor Cooper signed our bill into law, and so now they're street legal, and you'll get a title. And we don't play games. We don't say, "Oh well, there's a dock fee." I had a car dealer try to tell me that the dock fee is the law. Like that's gonna make it more likely that I won't balk at the dock fee for $500. It's not the law. So we don't play games like that. We don't charge any extra. So if we say, hey, this truck is, $8,400, that's all you pay. There's no extra title fee, no dock fee, no admin fee. And there's the Amazon guy. And so that's all you pay, no extra tax. And everything's included. So enough said. So Sheldon, we're going to show you this truck. This is a 1997 Daihatsu Hijet 4-wheel drive. It's a 5-speed, and it's got super low miles. It's got 20,853 original miles. So let's go ahead. Let's check this thing out. All right, the first thing I want to do, sorry for the wind, is go around the perimeter here, showing you the condition. So that's called a pebble pack. That's where a pebble on the highway nicked the paint. And coming around here to the passenger side, looking really good. No rust. Very nice. Very, very good condition. Okay. So now we're going to look at the front here. So we have some scratches, light topical scratches. Those are scratches. We got some strong wind. So this truck has fog lights, which is really unusual. Now, this fog light lens, these do work by the way, but this fog light lens is not holding in place, and I don't want to pull it. It doesn't want to come out, but it doesn't stay in either. So that might need some sort of remedy, Sheldon. And I don't know if super glue right there would do the trick or what, but that frame does protrude out. These are nice glass lenses. I like that about the Daihatsu. So that way when it burns out, you just go to the auto parts store and buy a new one, and they don't get faded. See, that's all dirt right there. So it's just got a few pebble pecks right there, pebble peck there, pebble peck there. The front bumper looks nice. It's not broken, no cracks. Now we're going to come down the door pillar. Looking really good. Another thing about the Daihatsu is the antenna is solid stainless steel. So if you ever bend it, you can bend it back. That's one really nice thing about Daihatsu. And Daihatsu is Toyota, guys. That is completely ding free there. Not a ding. We do have an impression here that has been touched up, and an impression here, a ding that has been touched up there. Nice tires, Dunlop. And then underneath here, on the inner fender, it looks magnificent. This is dirt. That's all that is dirt. Okay. All this looks really good here. Now, on this passenger or driver bedside panel, we have a ding here, a ding here, and a ding from the inside out here. And that is about it. Some pebble pecks. It's actually from the chain, where the chain was out, and the chain was smacking that. That's what that's from. All right, so yeah, that's it on this side. Now here we do have several dings. We have a ding here. There goes Stephanie. We have a ding. So we have several dings. We have a ding here, here, here from the inside out, and then here from the inside out. And one here from the inside out. The plastic is in very good condition, looking good. And this is just scratched up here. That's scratched up. Now let's look at the bed. So the bed has lots of leaves in it. All right, but as far as any damage is concerned, you can see where they came with a Q-tip and dabbed little paint where, it got scratched or whatever. But the engine cover is remarkable. These are stainless steel bolts. And the bed is just scratched. Now, I said that it has some epoxy in here, and here it is. This is just something that's spilled. I've looked under the bed, and this is not a hole. That's not any kind of patch. It's same thing there, something spilled and dried. The bed is in very, very good condition. So, here are the mud flaps, looking good. I always like a nice crisp mud flap. And so, um, okay, let's see. All right. So right there is where that epoxy was, and that is not um, through. I guess I can't do all that great a job, but that's not through. That's the main thing. While we're under here, the frame looks good. This is your battery here, and frame looks good over here. The bed also looks nice here. That's kind of where that epoxy was on the other side. Bed looks beautiful here. Looks good here. And here. Very nice. Very nice. Now, let's look at the bedside panel. We have a ding here, tiny ding from the inside out here, a ding from the inside out here, a ding from the inside out here, and a tiny ding from the inside out here. Very, very small. I'm being quite picky. Back of the cab looks pretty good. It's got a ding there, and a little impression there, and a tiny impression there. But for the rear of the cab, that's remarkable, because usually that gets beat up when stuff comes sliding forward and hits that. So it's in good condition. Coming down the passenger door post, looking really good. I think that's all straight right there. That is remarkable. That is ding free. Coming down. This whole panel is ding free. Ding free. Got a little pebble pack right there. A ding. One ding. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Right there. That is practically ding free. If it wasn't for that infinitesimally small ding. Alright, now. This door panel is remarkable. I remember talking to Sheldon this morning, and we already kind of went over the truck. This truck is just beautiful, and the interior is nice. So now, and so at the bottom of that door was spotless. Look at that. That's what you want to see right there. That's just dirt right there. Now, the seat. You have to pull this up in order to pull the seat forward. And so obviously that is pretty. That's your jack handle there. The seat's in really good condition. And there's your headliner. So yeah, that looks really nice. Now for the driver's door. Pretty much the same. You got a little pick right there. Driver's door panel. Looking good. Now we're going to check out the bottom of the door. And that is remarkable. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, now we're going to show you under the floor mat. Looking good. And this is the seat. The seat is really nice. There's behind the seat. And this is your brake fluid here. These are this is the switch. And that's a factory switch right there. Boy, that's nice. That's for your fog lights. Let me show you what that looks like. Nice. All right, time to take this for a drive. All right, we are in two-wheel drive. That is four-wheel drive, and this is two-wheel drive. When you put it in four-wheel drive, there's a light that turns on right there. And now it's going to turn off. There you go. We use 93 octane ethanol-free gas in all our trucks now. 93 ethanol-free. Boy, the Daihatsu turns on a dime. I'll tell you, Daihatsu gets first place on turn radius. I know I go on about it in other trucks, but Daihatsu really is the tightest turn radius of all mini trucks. All right, now that little rattling you may or may not hear is the bedside panel. It's a little loose and it's easy to tighten. So Sheldon, if you get this truck, say, hey Tony, would you mind tightening the bedside panels? Because I will not remember. And I'll be happy to do it. There's a good way to do it, and then there's not so good way to do it. And I'll explain that. All right, so now we're going to get this up to speed. We're in fifth gear. So that's 62 miles per hour. And this thing really, really got up to speed nicely. And boy, does it feel good. It likes to go. This truck likes to go. You know, you can just feel it. Because I've driven thousands and thousands of mini trucks. If there's one thing I've done, it's I have driven a lot of trucks, mini trucks. All right, so now we're going to go back up the hill. Mayberry Mini Trucks got the law passed in North Carolina. Governor Cooper signed our bill into law. And so you'll get a title. There's no extra charge for that. I think I covered that earlier. And now we're in fifth gear. Going 80 kilometers per hour. Man, this thing really leapt up and we're accelerating at a high speed, which is rare. Because the power curve, the real exponential increase in horsepower happens at a lower RPM. But this thing's climbing speed at 80 kilometers per hour in fifth gear. Now, fifth gear, guys, look at this. I'm going 28 kilometers per hour, which ought to be against the law. But look what is happening. We're going up a steep hill. We are accelerating. This thing has got power to go. We're going up a steep hill. You're going to have to take my word for it. It's hard to see, I think, in these videos, but this is a steep hill. And we're in fifth gear, accelerating, going 5 plus 12, is 17. We started at 17 miles per hour. Okay, in fifth gear up a steep hill. Look at that. We almost hit 60 when we got to the top of that hill. Now that, guys, has got to qualify for some sort of blue ribbon. So this thing has incredible power. And Sheldon and I, we drove it this morning, and we drove a Subaru this morning, and because he's like, well, which one do you like better? And I couldn't answer that because I really didn't have enough information to say. So I drove it, and then I drove the Subaru, and I said, they both drive great. This thing drives phenomenal. I mean, it bolted up that hill. Some trucks really go up the hill nicely. Both trucks I drove today increased in speed in fifth gear going up that hill. But this one here really goes up the hill, meaning it has excellent compression, excellent horsepower. That's why that's important. It's not just like, oh, that's so cool. That really means a lot. It means that the piston rings are very well sealed with the cylinder wall. And that explosion inside the cylinder is almost completely transmitted to the crankshaft, ergo the rear wheels. So four-wheel drive Daihatsu super low miles. Sheldon, if you're interested in this truck, let us know. Our telephone number is 336-777-9957. Our email address is sales@mayberryminitrucks.com, and our website is mayberryminitrucks.com. And I hope you've enjoyed our video. We really appreciate our customers a lot. I mean, we've just made so many friends over the years, guys. And so we've got a nice announcement coming up, and we're gonna do a video and tell you guys about some changes that we have coming. Good changes, not bad changes, good changes. And but you know, um, we all have our goals in life, and mine just isn't money. That's the bottom line. And so but Mayberry Mini Trucks is going through a good growth. It's a good, healthy growth. I've been a professional for 20, no, 33, 33, no, 30, 32 years. So not counting this past year. I don't know. Is this professional? I don't know if I'm a professional. I think I'm still a professional. But we really do try to run a tight ship and, try to do everything the right way. And so we're going to continue to do that and continue to be the best mini truck company in the United States. And we hear that from people all over the place, even though I'm not on social media, so I really don't check. But we hear it from people. I think the key, and I deliver mini trucks to Illinois, and we haven't even gotten paid yet. That's just our thing. And when I started to tell you that story about my competitor called me, and when I told him, we bring the truck to the customer, but they haven't paid for it yet, he said, "Are you kidding?" I said, "No, that's how we've done it for years." And he just thought I was nuts. He couldn't believe. I think he believed me, but he just couldn't imagine. And but the secret is so simple, that people just want to be treated fairly. That's the secret. I mean, there is no secret. People want to be treated fairly. And when you get a reputation for treating people fairly and getting good trucks, making a fair profit, getting the law passed, using synthetic oil, having a service department, which we do have, and you get a reputation. And your reputation can make you or break you. And so, guys, I really do appreciate you watching our video. I'm sorry for rambling. This is my rambling video, if there ever was one. So please hit the thumbs up and subscribe and notification, and I would certainly appreciate that. And thank you again for watching our video.